Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to do something kind of special. Review a retro edition of Saturday Night Live. Now, NBC sometimes has been rebroadcasting old-ass Saturday Night Live episodes at 10 o'clock. Usually it's ones from earlier in in like 2007, 2009. But they did a classic one from 1978, and I had to see it. And it was hosted by none other than Carrie Fisher. And this is also like a tribute to her, kind of because she passed away a couple weeks back. And the musical guest was none other than the Blues Brothers. And like I said, 1978 was a very special year because the success of Star Wars was full tilt. Came out in 77/78. I can't remember exactly when it came out. I know the Blues Brothers came out in 78, if I'm not mistaken, or I think it was 78. The John Landis film, and that was amazing too. I mean, it was definitely must-see TV, and it opened up with a very energetic performance by the Blues Brothers. Garrett Morris did a great job introducing them, and they were fantastic. This was back when Saturday Night Live meant something. This is back when Saturday Night Live was good. Now you watch Saturday Night Live, it's like you're just waiting for it to be funny or entertaining or something, and it's usually dreadful. Sometimes it can surprise, but usually it's kind of dreadful. But this one was fantastic. The Blues Brothers came out, they killed. Carrie Fisher came out dressed like Princess Leia. And she said that she confided with Obi-Wan Kenobi. She told a joke, an inside space joke, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, like a flight like it was Dan Aykroyd doing that. And that was really good. And then she was saying, space movies are different now. If they were back in the 50s, they'd be something different. And then they screwed up a little bit. They showed like her in front of a green screen. They made a couple of times, but that's part of the charm of the old Saturday Night Live. And they went to a 50s thing. It was like Teenagers from Outer Space or something like that. And they did like the Annette Funicello Back to the Beach thing. And Carrie Fisher's as Princess Leia came out. And then she took off her robe and she had the gold bikini on. It was really cool. Very entertaining, very funny. And they did like a little song and dance. Now, it was really, really good stuff. And then after that, they had the Loud family on there. And that was the one thing they broadcast during the Thanksgiving holiday edition of Saturday Night Live. I did not see the Christmas one because I had to work. I went to bed early, so I didn't get a chance to review that. But I did review the Thanksgiving one. I didn't know what it had to do with Thanksgiving when they showed that on it, but in this one it was fantastic. It was still really funny, really good. The Loud family, and it's about a family that screams and yells. And they had the newscast, and the newscast was fantastic. Now the newscast was Bill Murray and Jane Curtin, because usually they had like Chevy Chase. I think this was after Chevy Chase left, and then they had. They had her and Bill Murray, then they had her and Dan Aykroyd, or was her and Dan Aykroyd, or her and Bill, I can't remember who was first. And then they had Gilda Radner doing Roseanne Dantana, which was fantastic, really good. I really enjoyed that. A little bit on the gross side. She talked about Dr. Joyce's brothers, who you don't hear about anymore, because I think she passed away, but it was very entertaining. I think they had the Blues Brothers on again, and then Mr. Bill was on, and I love Mr. Bill. That was funny. That was the one when he went fishing. That was a really good one. They had Tomorrow Show on there, and they had Dan Aykroyd on there doing Tom Snyder. That was fantastic because back in the day they used to have the Tonight Show and the Tomorrow Show, and they got rid of the Tomorrow Show a long time ago. But I always liked the Tomorrow Show, even though it was a little stranger. It was a little more laid back and kind of weird. And they had his guest was Linda Blair. And that was played by Carrie Fisher, and they were talking about cocaine and stuff like that. And it's kind of ironic because, of course, she's most famous for The Exorcist. And they talked about Exorcist, and William Peter Blatty passed away a few days back. And then they ended the show saying that they were going to have like White Witches from Pittsburgh coming back. So the reference to Georgia, I guess. Ooh. And then they had like an ending thing of Schiller's Reel, like the old home movies, and that was really funny, very clever. I mean, very fantastic, entertaining, super great show. That's what Saturday Night Live used to be. Really, really good stuff. And brought back a lot of memories. I give it a full-on 10 out of 10. I can't recommend it enough. It probably flew under the radar. They don't really advertise those, but I mean, I was lucky enough to look it up and see it was on, so I definitely watched it. It was very entertaining. Went by lightning fast. I really liked it. Like I said, full on 10 out of 10. That's my review for Silent Lives. Carrie Fisher hosts Silent Live. So until next time, bye, please. Take care of my Legion, and thank you, Tony Town, for making me the awesome thumbnail, buddy. Take care, everyone.